Hello everyone and welcome back to POV Reacts. We're here with one of your guys' suggestions for JonTron. We're going to be doing Takeshi's challenge. This is a classic, and we actually seen this at the end of the last JonTron video as one of his videos to watch. So we're going to be getting into it, guys. We've been loving JonTron's content on the channel. It's been he's a funny guy.
He's jokes for sure.
Very
laugh every time.
Oh yeah, he's very talented. Let's just say that, very talented individual. Guys, as always, we're gonna leave the original link down below. If you guys enjoy, you guys know what to do. Like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Said before, I love this intro that he has. Very nice.
JonTron.
Oh yeah.
Throughout history, mankind has faced challenges far and wide, building the Great Wall of China, combating worldwide plagues, and even escaping our own atmosphere to brave the perilous journey to the infinite.
But there are some challenges that were just never meant to be faced. Some peaks too monumental, some chasms too great. There's bravery, and then there's just plain stupidity. But mankind doesn't get anywhere by playing it smart. Some of us have to be the guinea pigs, do the work no one else wants to. And that's why I'm going where no man has ever gone before and come back to tell the tale.
Mission briefing. Subject: Takeshi Kitano, otherwise known as Beat Takeshi, Japanese film director, comedian, singer, actor, author, screenwriter, poet, painter. Okay, what wasn't this guy? And one-time video game designer.
Yeah, you hear that? One time. One time was all he needed.
After that, the sea floor split open and swallowed the Caribbean. Earthquakes ravaged the west coast of America, and goblins were still really, really scary.
Ew, I like them. I like goblins.
Although being more comfortable with directing and acting, Beat Takeshi was never one to back down from a new art form. So when Taito Corporation asked him to lend his name to their new video game, instead of simply saying yes and taking the money, he chose to be directly involved with the creation of the game. He even starred in 2 Japanese commercials advertising the game. Perplexingly enough, both of these commercials were actually cryptic hints on how to complete difficult parts of the game.
And then...
That's cool.
This.
Yeah.
Like Aphrodite rising from the sea foam of Uranus' severed ball sack. No, I'm serious. That's how it happens. Look it up. It's true. It's definitely true. Takeshi Kitano cut from the balls of Taito and released this to the masses. This is universally referred to as one of the worst ranking and hardest video games of all time. And it's only known as Takeshi's Challenge. God help us all.
Man, I love the way the Famicom looks. It looks so cool.
Ah, fuck it.
Here it is. You're looking at the very same image 1,000
1986.
Japanese kids saw on Christmas morning 1986. Put your mind into theirs. Feel the pain. Feel the anger. And first off, I just want to say there's a password guard in front of this password screen here, and you can just punch him and get a game over before you even play the game.
Game over? I think there has to be a game first for it to be over. Maybe they're talking about the game of life.
The game opens up with you getting yelled at in your boss's office. Literally. You don't even get fired. It's not concrete. You're just being reprimanded for your mediocrity. Oh yeah? You're gonna yell at me? Well, this is a video game. I can do what I want. Oh, Merry Christmas, Japan 1986. Oh my God. Why would I try to escape real life by playing a game that's more depressing than real life? Am I supposed to feel good by comparison? Well, at the very least, I can say this game was innovative for its time. It's open-ended and has heavy real-life themes, which most concurrent games had little of, if any. But perhaps it's a bit too open-ended. Where am I supposed to go? The bank? The culture club? Grilled Mormons? Whoa, what's going on? I didn't know it was alright to eat those guys. I better should check the Brobel.
The Brobel. The Brobel.
Well, I already have no idea what to do, so I guess I'll do what I always do when I'm lost. Drink heavily. Lots of drinks. Way absolutely above the margin of necessary. Mom is scared. Huh. It's pitch black? Wait, where am I? Is this woman beating up on me? What's going on? My home.
Well, This explains quite a bit.
So you talk to your wife, and your options are food, a bath, let's go to bed, I want to travel, and I want a divorce. This is a video game.
What?
Keep in mind, at this point, most games look like this or this. They didn't
Yeah.
usually have themes of domestic conflict in them. And they still don't, really.
crazy.
Let's give her the good old 1-2 divorce and see what happens. I mean, after all, she is violent. So you can pay alimony or...
Punch.
Oh my god.
Punch.
You know, whenever I find myself in this situation, I find that pay alimony works out far smoother in the long run. But there is no denying that a punch is a much more satisfying short-term solution. Also, I'd just like to point out that there is a licensed Nintendo game with domestic violence in it! You can literally murder your wife and children. Literally murder
Oh
your
my
children.
God.
I think I need to repeat that.
No
literally
way.
murder
No.
your children. If the
Their
walls could
eyes.
talk, they'd say really bad things about that guy.
Now this is the point where most people, like 99% of people, would do this.
Honor.
Out of this house! Out of this house! Spirits be gone from this house. But this isn't most people.
Adult. Adult.
This is JonTron. To take on this challenge, I have to think like a salaryman, dress like one, be one. Let's beat Takeshi at his own game, god damn it.
You are not gonna believe this. This game requires an insane amount of trial and error. More than any sane person would be expected to undertake. For starters, you're
goodness.
supposed to ignore your boss at the beginning of the game because you want to pick up the bonus he gives you later. So you go directly to the bank and close out your account to withdraw the 50,000 yen that are in there. Then you go to the local culture club and use the money to buy shamisen lessons?
Oh,
Yeah,
shamisen.
sounds random, right? But you're supposed to do this because you actually have to start the game out by divorcing your wife. And when you do that, you have to pay her alimony. And that means that 75% of the money that you're holding on to at that given moment will go to her. And you need the money later or else you'll get stuck. You won't be able to beat the game. So basically, you're trying to give your wife as little money as possible. Man, who said chivalry's dead? The next steps are entirely steps made of logic. Quit job. Take money out of the office plant. Learn to hang glide. All the while managing to
How
dodge
cryptic.
Yakuza toughs that are trying to beat the shit out of you as you moon jump past. And by the way, they're unavoidable. It doesn't matter how hard you try. Unless you get lucky 10% of the time, they'll teleport to you and take a hit. Now, normally in a video game, this wouldn't be a problem. But for a majority of the time in this game, you can't replenish your hearts. And you
That
only
sucks.
have 4, which is not a lot. Trust me. It's like the Yakuza are just a tax, a toll. Every time you pass one, they take a part of you with them. The more you play the game, the more you run the meter. Better use your time wisely.
It's just an allegory. It's just an allegory of our inevitable demise. I'm slowly dying. I'm slowly dying just like him. Each obstacle makes an etching in my soul.
Now this may seem very cryptic and convoluted, but that's because you haven't heard the next part. You're then supposed to go to the pachinko parlor and buy 500 balls and lose them. Sir, you don't have enough balls. Okay, first off, rude. But secondly, yes, I fucking do. Because they won't go down. I keep winning balls. Yeah, the one time I want to lose
What?
at gambling, and I can't do it if I try.
Very convoluted.
I don't know for sure what hell looks like, but I think it might be a bit like Takeshi's challenge.
This is ridiculous!
Shut up, you dick!
You're supposed to yell into the microphone on the second controller.
A bunch of Yakuza toughs spill into the parlor. And to beat this part, you have to knock out at least one of them, which is really hard because they all 3 pummel onto you really quickly and you die in seconds. Oh, and did I mention? Anytime you die in this game, you have to go to the beginning. And that means doing every single minute step.
Oh, you know what? I accidentally clicked the wrong spot there. But, like, in all honesty, there would be no possible way I would ever play that at that point. If I can't go back to where I was or replenish hearts, there's no possible way I could play that. That seems insane. You know, like, that's at a time where there's no internet. Like, where's the guides for this back then?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
my
but
goodness, right?
Seems like it's a pretty fucking funny game, though.
Yeah, like... Let's see, what part were we at here?
Cryptic and convoluted, but that's because you haven't heard the next I don't know for sure what hell looks like, but I think it might be a bit like Takeshi's challenge.
On the second.
At least one of them, which is really hard because they all three pummel onto you really quickly and you die in seconds. Oh, and did I mention? Anytime you die in this game, you have to go to the beginning.
100%.
And that means doing every single minute step all over again. And by the time you beat this game, you can write a strategy guide on it because you know it front to back. After you scare off the Yakuza from the parlor, the owner gives you a bunch of balls which you use to buy a shamisen. What even is that? Okay, it's that. That's what it is. I guess I'm familiar. I just didn't know the name. Now we're off to the karaoke bar to sing the same song 3 times in a row because Takeshi Kitano is an insane person. You actually have to sing into the microphone on the second controller, which is pretty innovative for its time, but it's incredibly difficult and precise.
No way.
Once you've completed the songs, guess what happens? Guess
Brawl.
Guess what? A bunch of Yakuza storm into the bar.
Of course.
You have to beat the shit out of all of them again, on the same hearts. Then, just in the nick of time, an old man comes in and gives you a map. And then you beat the shit out of him. It's not even an option. You have to do that. But when you look at the map, of course, it's blank. To reveal it, you have to let it soak in water and wait 5 minutes, but not more than 10, and then cry into the microphone, or bathe it in sunlight and let the controller sit for an hour. Arbitrary wait time.
That's
what do you know?
so crazy.
It's an early MMO. Now that we've got our treasure map, I say it's off to the South Pacific. No, seriously, you head to the airport and board a plane for the South Pacific.
You know, this only just dawned on me right now, but do you realize that this is a Nintendo game in which you quit your job, divorce your wife, and go treasure hunting? 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100.
10 out of 10.
Best game.
When you get there, you get
10 out
done.
of 10, man.
The gun is kind of cool, I guess.
love it.
It actually works. It's not just a bait and switch. Only now can you sleep at the hotel and regain your hearts. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. You know, for such a bad game, when I saw those 7 hearts, I was happy. I guess it just shows that life's all about perspective. Okay, this next part, I can't even stress enough.
This is one of the hardest parts in any video game I've ever played.
You have one shot at this flying segment, where you have to shoot a revolver abreast a hang glider at giant dive-bombing pigeons and UFOs. If you get hit once, you're dead.
Game over. And you know what that means?
Divorce your wife, sing the karaoke, question if it's ethical to eat Mormons, do the whole thing over again just to have another go at this hang gliding segment. It could take you 20, 30 times before you get this. And it wouldn't even be so bad if you could fully control the hang glider. But once
You would
drop
truly have to play
altitude,
this on an
the only way you
emulator.
can go back up is to hit one of
With
these
save
gusts
states.
of wind, which you can accidentally shoot and destroy.
Never in my life have I said, God damn it, I shot the wind again, and meant it. And meant that.
Couldn't fathom how hard this is? Was a human actually intended to be able to overcome this? After a while, it breaks you down. The only thing that keeps you going is the thought of what's coming next, the thought of winning. You can't let him beat you. It was designed to beat you. Hey, you want to know how hard this game is? I started this review in 2012. Come on, I have to do this. I can't stop until I do this. Please, please. Oh my god. Oh my god, I made it. I did it. I got there. I got to the island.
Nice.
I'm finally here. I'm in the treasure cave. This is the final stretch. Of course, they wouldn't give you.
Now
a
it actually
break
looks like
either.
a
There's
game
literally
from that
enemies
era.
oozing from every crack of
Yeah.
this cave. Talk about having some PTSD. You're looking at this while having flashbacks, having to do the goddamn fucking pigeon section again. It's a non-stop barrage of scorpions, amoebas, pirates, skeletons, and flame balls. I swear to God, I don't even think you could beat this segment if there wasn't a built-in exploit to the game, which is if you pause the game and unpause it, all the enemies reset.
Oh, that's sweet.
You see it. Just
Exploits.
out
I
of
love
the
it.
corner of your eye. Not everyone is created equal. Not in a racist way. I'm talking more about willpower. Sorry if you thought that was a racist or sexist comment. Some are quicker to make an excuse than a commitment. But we live in a world where if you don't decide to be the very best, someone will step up and be happy to take your place. Today we've scaled a new peak, and you know what? View's pretty good from up here. Takeshi, I beat your challenge. To the victor go the spoils. What do I win?
Amazing.
That's all it is. It's amazing. And it's okay.
What?
北野様、私はずっとあなたの大ファンです。バトルロワイヤルのあなたが本当に好きです。日本は現代ゲームの誕生の地です。なぜたけしの挑戦状を作ったのですか？なぜ
Oh
私
my
たち
god,
に
mad
対して
respect.
こんなことをする
Right
の
there.
ですか？私のことが嫌いなのですか？誰かにやらせれたのですか？この封筒には封筒と便箋が同封されていますから、これを使って謝罪文を返信してくれても構いません。私は本気です。真面目にこの手紙をあなたに送ります。この手紙は水書箱宛てです。どうか返信をください。これはショーの一部ではありません。この撮影が終わったら本当に送付しに行きます。
God.
Toxic bad game, 2 out of 10.
GameSpot.
Thanks for watching. If you want to stay up to date on
Oh my
JonTron,
goodness.
like my
I wonder when
Facebook
this
and
was.
follow me on Twitter.
This was really
I
close.
promise, I'll use them. If you so fancy watching yourself another JonTron, well, click those annotations right there. They'll take you to the video.
Conan the
You
Barbarian.
know by now, right? It's been, what, 8 years since this website? Maybe more since its launch.
Classic JonTron.
You should really know. That's something that's on you.
That's on you. Yo, that's insane. Man.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I can only imagine if that would have got released and the only experience you had was with the video games that came out at that time. Because I'm sure that game must be translated. Like, there was no way that game was originally in English. So, that was like, you're just a Japanese kid. Your parents got you that game for Christmas, and you're like, what in the world? This is nothing
totally.
like
I
what
gotta do
played.
what?
Yeah.
I gotta do what? Right off the hop?
So it's like, it's innovative in that part because, like, you see RPG games that are basically like that. It's just quest after quest after quest after quest. And some games are so convoluted, but how would a kid in 1986, pre-internet era, how would you actually figure that out? That's just all trial and error over and over and over again.
Well, you had to go to the corner store and buy what the fuck was it, GamePro or
Like a strategy guide.
yeah, that's what it was.
I don't even know
as
if
a kid. That's what it was. I had to get a magazine if I wanted cheats.
You know,
Shit like
I'm
that.
actually wondering if even Nintendo Power existed at that time. I don't even know if they would have had Nintendo Power yet. Oh, I think they did because Super Mario 3, Nintendo Power was already out. But yeah, exactly. You would need a strategy guide because like that. Wow, no replayability either in that.
Yeah, no. Honestly, me, no way. Third time.
No way.
Shit.
No,
Fuck
no
this.
freaking no. No, I would be like 5 minutes in. I'd be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. It's convoluted. It's annoying me.
Yeah.
And like, what an obscure game too. Takeshi's Challenge, man. Like, Title Corporation. Yeah, if I would have got that, I would have been mad pissed at my folks. Like, if I would have got that for Christmas, I've been like, come on, man. Socks would have been better at that point. It's a Nintendo. Give me a Mario, you know? Like, oh my god, that
Bob's
sucks.
the finished to get straight up. Like,
Yeah.
but even then, he had to exploit it, right?
Guaranteed, yeah. I would be shocked if he didn't use an emulator for that. Like, I'd be shocked. Because, like, my goodness, oh my god. I'm just thinking about that part with the hang glider.
Yeah.
All the shit you already did up to that point, and then
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'd be done. No. I'm trying to think of any games that are, like, difficult, but, like, good. Probably, I would say Dark Souls. Dark Souls is, like, a hard game, but it's rewarding. Like, it's a good hard game.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It kicks your ass.
What always
but-
pissed me off for like old school, like Nintendo, was like the original Ninja Turtles. It was like that one building you went through. You went through all that shit. Then you get to that one spot and you got to jump over that one little opening, and you
Dude.
always fall. Always fall, and then you got to go back. But then after there was an exploit where if you sat there and you jumped enough, you could actually like jump up on it.
Mhm,
But like it took forever to do it. Like, but yeah, I remember that.
Well, I remember that game really well, and I know the exact spot you're talking about because it was like a platform, and then they had like two nubs on top of it with a little gap in between, and then the ceiling
Yeah.
was right there,
Yeah,
and you just bumped your head. That and the Technodrome, that was actually Ninja Turtles is actually a piece of shit because the Technodrome was really hard too. You would have to find it in the sewer system, and you would, you know, you only had your few Ninja Turtles to go. Yeah, that's a hard game too. Yeah, actually, now that you mentioned that, is difficult. The original Metroid's very unforgiving too, without a strategy guide, no map system, no nothing. That is a hard game too.
Yeah,
because I think when I played that game, I actually had to look up on the internet like a map of what Metroid 1's layout was, because it's a huge game. But my goodness.
That's wild.
But guys, thank you so much for the suggestion here. My goodness, I would never play this.
Yeah, this was a good one.
This was a good one.
Good one.
Yeah, JonTron once again hits it out of the park. Guys, as always, we're going to leave the original link down below. Please check out JonTron. Subscribe to him if you guys enjoy his content as well. He's amazing. What a funny dude.
Yeah.
I wish he would go back to some of the stuff, because his more recent stuff, he doesn't really do games anymore. I would love if he would go back a little bit. I know his whole thing is like making skits and stuff, but it would be cool if he would go back and find some more of these obscure games, because he's really fun to watch him present these
100%.
games.
No, for sure. For
So,
sure.
thank you everybody once again. If you guys are new and you guys enjoyed the reaction, please give us a like and subscribe. It helps our channel grow. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave it down below. And until next time, guys, peace out.
Peace out, everyone.